Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noah Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is Mr. Pedro.
What's going on, Brad? I'm Pedro, creative tech here at Adafruit, and every week we come to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right, this is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Let's jump right into this week's coupon code. It is PRISM. So if you want to check out anything in the Adafruit shop, be sure to use coupon code PRISM to get 10% off your order. This works on all of the items except for a couple, like subscriptions and gift certificates. That's right, so use coupon code PRISM. And we have some new freebie deals. I'm going to go over to adafruit.com/free. You can see we got some new freebie deals going on, so I'll read them off to you, but definitely check out the website and get a feel for what they are. And it's important to note that as you add things in your cart, these are going to automatically get added, whether you know or not. It'll show you there in the cart. So for orders that are $49 or more, there's a free sticker, sheet, or card, and the order is randomized, and you can't pick which one you want, but that's what they look like here. These are really good for kind of the kiddos or gifts and stuff like that. You can use it for all sorts of stuff, decoring your Halloween decor as a theme for Halloween. We have, for orders that are $99 or more, you get that plus a Perma Proto half-size breadboard. For orders that are $200 or more, you get those two items plus free UPS ground shipping. And for orders that are $299 or more, you get all that stuff plus a Circuit Playground Express.
Whoa.
So that's really nice.
So awesome.
Yeah, and there's some only stuff. Limited time only, yes, because as supplies last, they seem to go pretty good. Very cool. So that is adafruit.com/free.
And a cool thing too is if you order later in the day, these are actually changed, get updated with even more freebies.
Yeah.
So
last week I shared this, and then by the time Ask an Engineer came on, the stickers and the posters were available for free. Yeah, so that's cool. All right, same day delivery is one of those options that folks in the New York City area can
Take advantage of?
Take advantage of. There you go. So if you need your stuff right away, and the same day you order it, and you live in New York City, it's a great option. Check out the website, adafruit.com/shipping for all that stuff. And I gotta add a new slide or something, but if you are outside of the States, definitely check out the distributors map. As you can see that distributors all over the world.
So you can get yours locally and support your makerspaces around the globe.
That's right. Do you want to log into the Blackmagic camera? We're blown out.
Oh.
Because the sun decided to come out and play. Hello, sun. So let's keep moving. We got newsletters. You can go to adafruit.com/newsletter. You can get this one that happens once a week. And wow, we're like blended in with the.
I know.
That's pretty
I was going to
cool,
say, whoa,
actually.
how did you do that green screen on there?
Didn't.
Let's try a
Little
shutter
my face.
of 50, maybe 60.
Shutters? Okay. Cool. That looks good. I like it. Yeah, so newsletters. Once a week, product focused. We also do Adafruit Daily. Definitely check out the Python on microcontrollers newsletter. That's a new one. Oh wow, I need to update this one. Forgot to change the thing. But you can go to adafruitdaily.com and subscribe to it. It's you have to do it manually.
Yeah, a whole bunch of different categories, not just 3D printing, Circuit Python, biohacking,
The word you were looking
make
for is
code
hacking.
coming up really soon. I think it's already available.
It's already out, yeah. We're on number 2 of it, which is great. So check it out.
Definitely check it out.
Wait, make code. Did you say make code or Circuit Python?
Make code.
Okay, make code's been it's been out there. So check out those new additions. Excellent. We're hanging out in the Discord server. If you'd like to join us, you can go to discord.gg/Adafruit, and you can become a part of the community. And you can share your projects, or you can get project help. We're hanging out in the live broadcast. So let me see if I can pop that open. Here we go.
Giving shout outs to everybody in the chat rooms. Got James, Dry Skull, got Dan and A, Oxmod, and over on the Discord we got Andy Calloway, Duester, all hanging out. Thank y'all for joining us this morning.
Yeah. Chat is disabled on YouTube.
No, it's going.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't know. So just a real quick behind BTS stuff. Yeah, for some reason, like our Wirecast setup doesn't seem to like the chat URL for YouTube. So that's why we turned it off. So we're hanging out in the Discord chat room. So, but Pedro can kind of go back and forth. There's a lot of different chats to look at, so we're just going to focus on those two, and maybe Facebook as well. So hello, folks on Facebook. Yeah. Okay, so there's the Discord, discord.gg/Adafruit, the invite code. And we're hanging out in the live broadcast chat room. You see it on the sidebar there, right under general. And there's lots of other ones too as well, so you can check it out. I watch on Twitch, less lag, says Do Wester. Yeah, we're also on Twitch as well. Excellent. All right. Is that
all the housekeeping stuff? Let's go ahead and jump into this week's project. Super cool hologram project that we're working on. This was inspired by the awesome work that Phil B did with the Pepper's Ghost effect.
Let's go to your...
PT had an idea to miniaturize it and have a PyPortal do the same thing with these really cool little prisms that we're going to be stocking soon. So Lamar whipped up some awesome code so we can attach it to a servo to have it automatically turn as you hold it in your hand. One of the things I wanted to do was maybe make like a holocron from, Star Wars. Didn't get around to that because we had to do some design changes on this, but the basic skeletal structure is there so you can adapt it to whatever project you're working on. We have a whole guide on building the graphics to assembling the 3D printing parts with the servo and the PyPortal. A lot of awesomeness going on here. So as you can see here, the Pepper's Ghost effect in full effect. We go over to the overhead, quick little rundown on how this is working. What's going on is we have a 4-quadrant little setup here with the graphics. We have a side view and a back view of our little lovely CircuitPython mascot Blinka here. And it's being reflected with this highly reflective little plastic prism that goes right in the center of the graphic. Isaac Welsh made a cool, nice little rundown on how to assemble your graphics if you want to build your own. If we jump back over to the side here, you can see how it looks in terms of the visualization of it. You can see that you can kind of see Blinka rotating a little bit. And this is definitely going to be cool for making like a crystal ball, which I saw someone just post up.
Oh,
so
really?
Definitely check that out. And like I was saying before, any like prop that involves making a hologram. So a nice, effective way. You can also use your iPhone to do this, but this is really cool because it has the servo control. The code that's running the GIF player is also doing the rotation for the servo on there. Nice little simple construction. We just have a little press fit thing that goes onto the circular servo horn that comes with these continuous rotation servos. If I can take this off, you can see that this cover is just preventing the light leaking from all of the additional components that are on there, like the PowerBoost 1000C, which is handling the making the PyPortal portable. Also have a 1200 milliamp hour little LiPo battery on there. Everything is plugged in with the lovely JST connectors. We have the D4 and the D3 connections that are being used up there for power and the servo control. Servo is also connected very nicely with these little jumper cables that are just plugging into the servo connections there. And I actually have a little skeletal structure of what that kind of looks like without the PyPortal inserted in there. It's just one of our, you designed the base for this, so you can actually attach this to like some of the wall mounts that we've made for this. You have access to your reset button, so when you're reprogramming it, and a little base here that is holding all the components. This is actually one of the first prototypes that we did. We had an additional motor on there that was actually doing the rotation for that. A nice little step down motor, but as you can see, it's a little bit fast. In CircuitPython, you can control the speed of that, or if you have a potentiometer on your servo, you can actually just adjust the speed on there, the little screw to adjust how fast, depending on what graphic that you're using to control that.
Yep.
Let me know if you guys want me to release this, because this could totally be used for a different sort of mechanism. It's just using the little tiny geared motors. So awesome. I think we're going to use it for, what was it, the little pet ball project that PT wants to do.
Sure.
It'd be perfect for those.
Yeah, these are great little motors.
Yeah, so
we
have
got
like,
it from Pyromony.
Yeah,
They carry a good assortment of these micro motors, machined really well. I like them.
Yeah, so I got the little wheel on there that's rotating the base as a little, what is it, the 2020? No, ZZ the bearings.
Oh, the
that
ball
we saw,
bearing?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's a ZZ608.
Yeah, 608 bearing there, very common bearing
Yes.
to rotate that. And we have a little
Yeah.
LiPo holder on there, as well as the slide switch on the bottom there. The reason I went with, I liked this one is because the circuitry is separate from that. So if you did not want this to rotate, you could turn it off there. You could do the exact same thing here, just add like a slide switch or just disconnect the servo.
Yeah.
Have this little mount on there, add that back in. The prisms will be stocking pretty soon. Isaac was doing some testing to see what was the most reflective one. There are a couple of them out there. We do link to the one that we used though, for the time being. If you want to hurry up and get that over before Halloween starts. So if you want to build this, super easy. Let's go ahead and jump into the Learn Guide, I think. Pretty much all of the explanations for this. If you head on over to learn.adafruit.com, check out the latest project, should be one of these.
All right, the overview is going to just walk you through all the parts that are used. Again, we're using the PowerBoost 1000C. That's going to take our LiPo batteries and make it 5 volts, so it runs off of, so it can actually properly run, or so properly power the PyPortal. A lot of P's up in here. So we're using the 1200 milliamp hour battery. You do kind of want the battery because if you were to plug this in USB, I think your cable will coil itself and choke itself. So that's why we're using it all in one here. All right, we're using the slide switch, and we have a nice kit for the standoffs. Yes, right here, the standoff kit. We're using an assortment of those standoffs and screws. They work really well in this situation.
It should be the 8mm long standoffs, I believe, which is
it comes with a bunch of them, so you can pick and choose whatever one you want. But as Pedro said, the 8mm ones is what fits for this design.
So if you wanted to use a bigger battery to make it last a little bit longer, you could definitely fit it through there with taller standoffs.
Correct. It's also worth mentioning the PowerBoost has a built-in charger. That's what the C is for, so you can plug it in through this USB port and charge your battery without having to disconnect it, which is great. Let's see, what else do we have? And then we have a link for the hologram prisms, as Pedro was saying. These are meant for mobile devices, but we're using it in this, you can call it a mobile device. Comes with a little suction cup, and you just kind of press fit it in there. Yeah,
Isaac is testing smaller ones, so we can actually have these working on itty-bitty little displays like the Gizmo, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yeah. The PyPortal is indeed in stock. It's a really nice way to kind of get JSON feeds or any type of data from the internet and display it with your own graphics and things using CircuitPython.
Rewind. Yes, this is an internet-connected device. You can actually have a feed that will pull in GIFs for you. We didn't cover it in this guide.
Stations are a popular thing to do. And we have plenty of guides that cover that as well. So definitely check out the product page, and you can see all the different Learn guides that we have for the PyPortal.
Rewind. Wi-Fi enabled. This connects to the internet. There is a Wi-Fi chip on there. You can have it do alerts, notifications. This thing is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, so these are all the parts. And this cable here is really nice because it's got that 3-pin JST that a lot of the Adafruit hardware is starting to support. And then you have those male connectors, so it's really easy to connect it to things like the servo. Okay, slide switch, those are all the parts. Excellent. We got a circuit diagram that kind of shows you how to wire up the PowerBoost to the PyPortal. It's pretty straightforward. You could take the 3-pin JST connector and just snip one of the wires off, particularly the white one, and just leave the red and black, and then solder those to any of the available voltage or ground pins. We also have a nice library for all of our fritzing parts. We use the open source software Fritzing to create these lovely wiring diagrams. So if you yourself would like to use our parts, I got a link for them right there. And we also have a link to download Fritzing because it's a free download. Excellent. And then we have some words here that are broken out to tell you exactly where all the parts are wired. So nice and clean. All right, let's jump into preparing the graphics. So this was written by Isaac. So he is using a couple different links here, right? So Giphy is a great place to kind of get some GIFs if you want to do memes or something like that.
Or to convert your GIFs
Maybe we need to rewind and say that the way this works is you have to specifically make your GIF have 4 graphics.
The 4 quadrants.
So Isaac walks you through that, the 4 quadrants. So he walks you through that. He's got a couple of GIFs here. GIF placement. He's using Google Slides to create the GIF. So you're able to kind of drag the GIFs and just kind of order them where you want. So you do have to do a little bit of graphic work. We provide you at least one graphic, right?
Yeah.
The Blinka, as we're using here, but you can create your own.
A little bit later down too, in this section of the guide, Isaac links to a ton of different resources that you can use that have already been. You can actually just type in hologram graphics inside YouTube. You have like this
you have
10-hour-long videos of a bunch of different graphics. You can actually just take a picture of like yourself, like at different,
that's a good point too.
orthographic
you could just,
views.
and make your own
like
GIF. Yeah, it doesn't have to be animated. It just has to be a GIF. So that's the format. He links you to some screen recording software that you could use. You could use easygif.com, video to GIF, to convert videos to GIFs. So shout out to Isaac for creating all these screenshots and kind of walking through folks if they're not too comfortable with graphics. This will walk you through it all.
Gives you the specifications that you need to do, like the resolution for the screen.
Exactly, it's a 320 by 240. Yeah, so check it out. There we go. There's Blinka. One note about Blinka. Blinka is one of those asymmetrical characters where you can't if you were to draw her straight on, it wouldn't look right. A good example of that is like a Mickey Mouse or Ren and Stimpy. Ren normally doesn't get drawn straight on because it just looks weird, right?
Yeah, I remember when they first drew him, the straight on view, like on the second or third season, it was like very weirder. When you were saying like Mickey Mouse, every time he changes his head, looks over to the side, his ears always stay at the same way. Same thing with Blinka. So the first couple of graphics that we made did look a little weird because of that. That straight or that weird view that we have to draw.
So even though she's front, she always has to either look this way or that way. Otherwise, she doesn't look like Blinka. So that's one of the reasons why she is kind of not fully shown in her front view. She kind of isn't.
Yeah, the most optimized ways to show her is just one of the side views and then the back view of her.
I think something like Adabot would really work well because he's straight on.
Yeah.
You can see him straight on. So just keep that in mind. Asymmetrical things might not look so good if you're trying to go for the 3D rotate effect. Yeah. Okay, I hope I explained that well. Let's jump over to the software. So what we've done is we've walked you through how to upgrade. We always want you to upgrade because CircuitPython is always getting updated, which is great because then you're going to have the best performance as our core dev folks work on making it the best they can. So this link will take you to circuitpython.org and you can download the latest version of the firmware. And then I walk you through how to install the firmware. It's really easy. You plug it in through USB. You hit the reset button twice, and then the PyPortal USB drive will show up, and then you can just drag and drop the UF2 file onto the Portal boot drive. Once that happens, it'll automatically restart itself and let you add your GIFs into a GIF folder. So you can create a folder called GIFs and then just load all your GIFs in there. Very cool. And then to get the actual GIF code, to get the actual Servo GIF code running, we have another UF2 file that will actually has all the code built into it, so you can just drag and drop that once you have your GIF images in there, and it'll automatically start to boot up with the graphics. This is using the Arcada library, and it's using the animated GIF player code. And you can configure that by looking at this link here. You have some options on how many seconds you would like to loop. You can adjust the brightness of the screen as well. And this walks you through a little bit of that, which I've already shown you. And if you're comfortable with Arduino code, you can download the Arduino sketch and make it work with whatever hardware you have, which is really nice. So check it out. We have a full dedicated guide on Arcada's GIF player, so you can check that out. Cool. And that's the software. All right, jumping into the 3D printing part. You can speak into this one, right?
Yeah, so we got 3 components here that you need to print out to mount your PowerBoost, your PyPortal, and the Servo. An additional little horn there that you can attach that to. You could use any of the horns that are on there, but using the press fit circular one was a lot more easier than having to add additional screws on there. You can download the STLs or even edit the files, or go to like a360.com and get any of the file formats you're comfortable with. So you can bring it into Rhino or into Tinkercad, or get a DFX of it if you want to laser cut it. You got all those formats available for you there.
Cool. Some simple slice settings using Cura.
Regular, no supports needed. The only thing I had to use was a brim to hold everything down. But other than that, the tolerances should be pretty exact with the servo. I think is the only thing you may need to change if you have a different continuous servo, since stocks kind of change over time. So some of the fittings will be different on there. But you can always adjust that in the timeline if you want to edit that.
Excellent. And then jumping over to the assembly page.
Assembly page, we were saying before, we'll start off with the JST PH3 pin adapters. We're using the male headers here, so we can easily plug those into the female servo connections. Like you were saying before, you can cut off the wires that you don't need, but if you want to be able to save these, you can just wrap these around the servo body too. You don't really need to cut the third wire off.
Okay.
I'm going to use a wire stripper to be able to connect it to the PowerBoost here.
Yep. You got a couple of different pins for voltage. They're all going to work about the same, so the 5 volt and any of the ground pins should work just fine.
Yeah.
So take your pick. We're using the ones down there at the bottom.
To make a nice little compact circuit, we are attaching the slide switch directly to the back of the PowerBoost, and then to have it, sort of be on the back side of the board, adding a slight little bend to the slide switch, and then removing the third leg, either the left or the right one. Don't remove the middle one, because those are what's going to plug into the ground and enable pin. So it'll enable you to turn the circuit on and off while still being able to recharge the battery when it's plugged into USB.
Excellent. It's right angled.
Yes.
That works nice. All right, then really easy to attach standoffs to the mounting tabs. The board comes with mounting tabs. Really nice to have mounting tabs, because then you can mount it to all sorts of different things. And we're just using the 8 millimeter long standoffs, which are included in that kit right here that we have available. Okay, and then we're going to put those on the board first, right? It's easier to do that first. You can just finger tighten them.
Yeah.
And then you want to attach the PowerBoost to. You want to put that in first, huh?
Yeah.
You can't because you wouldn't be able to get the in between it. So there you go. You have a nice spot for there. You want to follow the orientation, so the USB port's facing that way, so you can access it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have a nice little cutout there, so the slide switch, you can still access that.
Excellent.
We'll then use some mounting tack to attach the 1200 milliamp hour battery. Like we were saying before, if you use bigger standoffs, you have more clearance, so you can actually use a thicker battery for that.
Yeah. When I look at this, I always think of why didn't you add a clip for the battery? Well, because people want to use their own batteries, so that's another reason why you don't want to be specific to that battery.
Exactly. Yeah. Plus, when I'm prototyping, I was using a different battery before that.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever battery I had on hand.
Yeah.
So there you go. You connect your battery. It plugs right into that port that's built into the PowerBoost, and then it looks like you fit the PyPortal on the top, flip it over, and then add those screws there to secure that mounting.
Make a nice
plate.
little circuit sandwich there.
Circuit sandwich.
One note you do want to do is make sure that you orient it so that the reset button is right over that little circular cutout there for the reset button. You are going to have to use that when you are jumping between the tiny USB and the CircuitPython.
Exactly.
All right.
How do we get this servo?
Yeah, so the second set of the 3-pin JST connectors, you're going to snake or thread that through.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you can access, what is it, D4? No, D3?
Yeah, D3 is what you want right here. They're labeled on the PCB, which is nice. So we're going to plug that in and then just follow the colors. They're kind of different. Orange is the signal, red is voltage, and black is ground. Brown is ground in this case. So just follow those up. And really easy to plug those in. It's great.
Nice, satisfying, not having to solder those together.
Yeah, the less solder, the better.
You can clean up the wires if you want, make them nice and short, but I just wrapped it around there. If we ever need to reuse those, they're there, undamaged.
There you go. All right, you got a servo horn. The continuous rotation servo comes with quite a few of them. We're
Yeah.
using this circular disc one. And
You can actually add
Crossfits.
it comes with screws too, so you can actually screw those in.
That's
but
super secure.
Yeah, it's pretty secure without, so.
Yeah, that would work if
dealer's
maybe you
choice.
mount it to the ceiling and you need to be really secure.
Yeah.
Then that's how you would do it.
Sweet.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see, what do we got? The cover just fits on top. It's just kind of there to
Just
block
plops
light
in,
leaking. There's no need to secure it in this case, so it just kind of gets press fitted on. You can take it off easily as well. Adjusting the servo speed is something that we did with the potentiometer that we got. Just a note, some of the potentiometers may not have that.
Yeah.
So we made, or I worked with Lamar to make sure that it was set slow in the code. But as you saw, you do have option. If you have that potentiometer, not all of them have it. Hopefully, yeah.
Luckily, when she wrote the code to have the speed that we wanted, it was just before we even touched the
Right.
potentiometer. So
So-
hopefully it's default
Yeah, I
on
think
what
it'll
some
be
of the stock ones come as. So
Yeah.
it should hopefully be an adequate speed for that.
Yeah. There you go. Sweet. And that's pretty much the assembly. You can hold it in your hand now.
Yay. Quick notes on, I guess, like some of the environmental variables. You know, it's gonna work pretty good in lighted area as long as you have like a dark background behind you.
Okay. How do you get the best effect? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's reflection. This is the way it's working. So you, we had to really work hard to not get the glare and stuff when we got these shots.
Yeah.
So it was almost like half of the project was about making it. The other half of the project was filming it. So it's worth noting.
Dark spaces,
So,
or if you're in a light, if the background is dark,
Yeah.
it'll
So
be the best
Pedro will
effect.
be like here with the camera, and I'll be over here with the
Oh, yeah.
the blocker to block out any reflections.
Yeah.
This is the way it is. So now let's demo it.
Definitely share if you guys get around to adding like making a holocron, or like we were saying before, I got to find the tweet on the person who was working on the crystal ball.
Yeah, I didn't see
And
that.
I think just yesterday we retweeted this one. Somebody made one with the PyPortal, and they made like a lantern that had a ghost inside
was
it.
really,
That
really
was
cool.
So awesome.
Yeah, we
Have to find a link
retweeted.
to that.
Adafruit retweeted it, so you can look on Twitter for that one. Really, really nice.
Yeah. Another thing to note too, it's probably in the part that Isaac wrote about, where the reason why this one looks a little bit like dimmer is because of the color choice, because of, you know, Blinka, she's purple and like that pink, so it's not going to be as bright as something that's like
I
a
see.
light blue or white. So definitely take that into consideration too when you're making the graphics, what colors you're going to be
Put some
using.
poppy colors if you want it to
Yeah,
pop.
exactly.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Nice, simple way to make a self-rotating hologram display using the PyPortal.
Yeah. Remember a couple years ago when these were like the ultimate marketing tool? Oh wow, you can. They were used as a tchotchke thing. They're like, oh, look, you can make your own
That's
prisms.
Probably why they come in a pack of 5 when you order them.
Right. I need to get rid of them.
But they're super cool.
They're pretty neat. Yeah.
One of the things I keep forgetting is the example that somebody said would be super cool is just as a notification. When you get like a notifier,
Yeah.
you can just be on your desk and you can quickly see that.
Cool.
Or maybe as a nightlight, or that would be a cool little, like a baby little, what are those night lights for little babies?
Oh yeah. Baby nightlight, as you said. Sweet.
Super awesome to check it out. Definitely
Add
tag
some,
us
yeah, add
if
some
you make
servos to your GIFs, to your animated
Yeah.
GIFs. There you go.
one. Very
Sweet.
awesome. And
Okay.
let's see, in the chat room, somebody was asking where to get the little tiny, what are they called? Metal Gear
Micromotor?
micromotor.
Yeah.
Post the link on that. You can get it on Pyromony. I think a lot of places sell these though, but I used I think it was the 11:1 gear ratio.
Nope, it was not. It was the like 290. Yeah, it tells you the RPMs
Yeah, it's
right
right
here.
there, 11:1. I looked at
You
the
want
receipt
this-
when we.
Yeah, but I got a few of them.
Yeah.
As you can see here, the higher the ratio, the
Ah.
slower the RPM, rotations
so you
per
could
minute.
Definitely make it.
So play around with them. Yeah.
Slower, yeah.
A lot of folks use them for their little robots and whatnot.
Yeah, I saw like
But,
a lot of little Lego
I
robots
like it.
and stuff.
There's not a lot of.
how
there's
tiny
not
it
a lot
is.
of give. Like you try to turn that
You
yourself.
cannot turn this by hand. They're
Really
so
nice,
awesome.
Machined, micro machined gears there.
Yeah, I gotta find another cool project to use these on. The little
Excellent.
shim that it comes in there with.
Our
So
ever
cool.
popular micro.
I like how you can just
gear motor.
plug these in with the the jumper cables
Yeah, they
as
have
well.
a nice little shim that allows you to just plug it into the little female headers. Right? Yeah, female jumper headers. Sweet. Showers of Harmony. Stocking
Yeah.
great stuff. You got a little demo here?
No, just gonna get a quick snap of it.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, if you want to pick up the PyPortal, you can use coupon code PRISM. You get 10% off that. Or anything else, like the PowerBoost or something like that. Anything that you need, cables, we got a bunch of stuff.
Oh, one other note too, I forgot to put this in there, I'll do it after the show, is that when you're peeling the protective film from here, you want to make sure that you remove from both sides. I removed one of the sides, and then the other side wasn't removed, and I was like, why is it so
blurry?
And that was
the protective
why.
thing, yeah.
There was 2 films on each side.
Okay. I suppose during shipping it could get scratched or something.
I mean, it ships in a bag.
Did you have to glue this edge, or it comes like that? It pops
Which
open.
edge?
This edge, it overlaps there.
Oh no, that's already,
comes
that's
like
how it's assembled. So when you get these, they
They're like
come
flat.
flat like that. So you
Right.
want to make sure that they are all nice and even when you open these.
Yeah.
That's actually why sometimes it looks like it's like over to one side. It's because it's not fully, opened up like that.
Yeah.
And of course, line them up too. That helps.
Right.
That's all the effect. All right. I think that's all we got for this week's project. Super cool. If you check it out, I think we'll make more variations of this.
Yeah.
Like that
Sweet.
sweet other one we were talking about with the lantern, the ghost. So cool. And there are additional versions of the PyPortal coming soon. So of course we'll release models for that
It's not out, don't ask.
soon.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's jump into this week's, what are we prototyping?
Alrighty. I've got a couple things. Let's start off with the pumpkin, because it's Halloween.
Yay.
And let's go to this angled view. All right. So you turned it on?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, cool. I'll do
got
it.
it.
All right, so in the interest of kind of upcycling existing props, my mom actually got this from a thrift store for like 10 cents. Now I looked at it and I was like, you know what, this pumpkin looks exactly like the pumpkin we got, was it like one of the big box stores? So the funny thing is, like, a lot of these pumpkins that have that built-in LEDs, they have a little battery compartment at the bottom where you can change out the battery. And it had screws at the bottom. So I was like, let me unscrew that and see if I can fit a circuit playground in there. And yeah, there was enough room in there to fit a circuit playground. So I thought, okay, it'd be cool to add a circuit playground in here. Instead of having to print out this pumpkin, spending a couple hours, just upcycle it and just make this one little mounting piece that is kind of retrofitted to fit in here and to fit some more electronics. So what you're looking at here is the bottom. It has 4 screws. I'm reusing the slide switch because it's really nice. It has these 2 mounting tabs. And I have the stemma speaker, so we can easily add sound effects to the circuit playground with the stemma speaker. So I have it turned on now. And you might think, well, what does it do? We're using the Bluefruit circuit playground. And I'm going to use the Bluefruit app to connect to it so it shows up as a device. So it says Circuit Pi. I'll go ahead and connect to it. And I'm using the controller pad. With the controller pad, you can assign colors, so we can do something like this. So you can have sound effects with your NeoPixels as well. So you can change all the colors, you can have them animate, and you can record your own sound effects as well. So I'm just using these buttons to trigger them. And I think it works really well. You can change, again, like I said, the colors and all that stuff. So really huge shout out to John Gallagher. Let's take a look at John's GitHub repo. So this was written by John Gallagher. He is a professor and just an awesome guy. So he shared his code and I saw it on Twitter and I thought, man, this would be really great. So he made this project here, which you can see now. He's actually using the monster mask to do the eyes, and then the circuit playground Bluefruit to trigger those sound effects. So what's funny is, what's cool is that he added cap touch, so that if you touch the head, it'll trigger a kind of a spookier sound effect. So a huge shout out to John Gallagher for sharing his project and sharing his code. It's great. It's going to scare the kids because he's saying, if you listen to what he's saying, he's like, hey, you, I got candy in my head. Grab some. And then when you actually grab the piece, he kind of scares you and gives you a little spook, which is great. So I was able to, because it's written in CircuitPython, I probably should have said that, I was able to come in there and modify it a bit. So let's see if I can share my display here, just show you my Moo editor. So I brought in his code and I adjusted some of his colors, so it's really easy to add more colors. It's using RGB, so it's just from 0 to 255. And it's using the Bluefruit library, which handles all the smarts for connecting and advertising as a Bluetooth device. And all I did was I kind of tweaked his wave play function so that we can store all the waves inside of a sound file. I've done maybe 2 or 3 projects with CircuitPython that uses audio, and I keep reusing this function over and over again because it works really well. You have the control to loop your audio files as well, and that's really nice. Down here in the loop, you can see that we are assigning the buttons 1 through 4, up, down, left, and right, and we have up to 8 that we can do. So all I did was just added my own wave files, and then I added some timers so that the neopixels would stay on the length of the wave. So I had to kind of do very specific timing for each one of these. And I'm just looking at these now.
Each sound effect.
Yeah, this code's a little bit older because it's using John's sound effects. I ripped my own from The Nightmare Before Christmas, but you can get that. And that's really it. It's really simple. So check it out. Well, it's really simple because he wrote it all. For me, I was able to come in there and edit it. So that's really cool. And when you trigger the things and you have it plugged in USB, it'll actually print out which thing you played. So it's great for debugging. So this is the Moo editor. It's our choice for editing Python. And it works really well with all of Adafruit's hardware, so we always suggest using Moo. It's a nice lightweight editor and has a nice dark theme, so check it out. And shout out again to John Gallagher. So hopefully that was insightful. Another thing I like to add is sound acoustics are kind of interesting, right? When it's down there, obviously it sounds muffled. But when you have it up, it sounds louder. And the reason why I have the speaker mounted this way is just so that I can have flat surfaces so I can sandwich the battery in between the circuit playground and the stemma speaker. But if you hold your thumb to the speaker, it kind of amplifies the sound. Maybe it's turning my thumb into a speaker.
That's so weird, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how sound works. But I needed to fit everything in this little guy. I think I'm going to make a guide on it. We'll see. But that's the kind of prototyping thing that I wanted to share with you guys.
A quick Polybonds on YouTube is saying that she always has trouble connecting the Circuit Playground Express to the app. What link would you send it to for like a sketch so you could try that out? That's one of the things that we had to update so it would work properly with the phone and your watch as well. It's a learn guide that we can link to.
Definitely the BLE hat.
BLE hat
is a great place to start if you want your color picker that you can also use with the iOS watch because that has that extra color packet library that works well with it. And shout out to maker Melissa for actually that tip. I didn't know that is how she was able to get the watch to work. So check that out. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to make a learn guide, but the code is out there and it's in the description of the YouTube video here. I'll go grab it and share.
Yeah, I just linked it too, so you can
all the places.
Take a look at that. Grab the sketch for that, and that is what should make it easier to connect to the CPX BLE.
Yep, so there's John's code there, John Gallagher. And let's go ahead and pop it in, where else, YouTube?
I just popped it in YouTube.
Right.
Oh, for his code, yeah.
Yeah, for the actual sound effects. And then, hey, Facebook over there. Sorry, Twitch, I don't have you open, but you can go to the YouTube video and get that there. Or just search for Gallagher in GitHub.
Also, that's a really cool video they just posted up on how he's teaching his kids students
Oh gosh, yes, we need to share that on the blog.
to really think outside the box in terms of engineering, and programming.
Yeah.
If we had this when we were
Yeah,
kids,
my gosh.
holy crap,
Yeah.
amazing.
Sweet. So a lot of great progress is happening in Bluetooth with CircuitPython, and I hope this shows how you can really quickly get some really stellar projects.
Yeah. A quick shout out to the CircuitPython meeting that happens every week on
Great transition.
Discord.
Yeah,
You can see.
it's open. This is as open as we can get. CircuitPython is an open source project, spearheaded by a couple of awesome folks that are in the team. And like Pedro said, we literally have the meeting happen in the Discord server. It's recorded live, and anyone in the community can join in, listen in, share their projects, ask questions in the weeds. It's a great way to have a long discussion as well. You have, wow, this is the community that you're kind of helping out with when you purchase anything from Adafruit. It's great. Every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, we can just lurk, listen to all the happenings.
Cool.
Got a couple other things that you've been prototyping as well.
One last thing we'll share. We'll put our pumpkin over there. Okay, Jack. I wanted to say, nice work, Bone Daddy. Let's see here. This one? This one. Okay.
Yes.
So,
Turtle.
yeah, so the Turtle library for CircuitPython is a great way to draw graphics. And this is some code that was written by Carter Nielsen, who's on the team. And it's a little snowflake. So this is a Circuit Playground Bluefruit, yet another Circuit Playground Bluefruit project. So you have access here to the lights, the buttons, the switch, accelerometer. And this was really PT Philip Tyrone's Mr. Lady Ada's idea. He's like, why don't you make a turtle case for the Circuit Playground Bluefruit and the gizmo? The gizmo is a little PCB that's designed to fit with the Bluefruit Circuit Playground so that you can actually get a display on your Circuit Playground. It uses these standoffs, and the way you wire it up is you use screws. So it's a bolt-on style that really easy to attach. So I made a 3D model of it so you guys can play with it, just to kind of show you as a visual of what the gizmo looks like. So jumping back over here, you can see it's drawing those snowflakes that Carter wrote. And this is actually using the same convex lens that's on the monster mask. And I thought it'd be really nice to kind of go with this turtle aesthetic. PT also thought it would be great to put magnets on his hands and feet so that you can stick this to a refrigerator magnet, maybe display some fun family photos or something. It's a really simple snap fit case, no glue required. This isn't dual extruded, it's just a piece of filament that I sandwiched in between his eye. We've seen that technique in several other things, but yeah, it's just a piece of 175 filament, and no supports required here. I could even take this off if you'd like. It's a snap fit. See? No screws either, it just comes off like that. So there's your naked, I just decapitated a turtle. What do you call it? I unshelled turtle. What have I done? Sorry. This prints in like 20 minutes or something. It's really nice. So that's what I'm working on. I do not know when it'll be released. Is it for Christmas? I don't know.
Maybe, since
Maybe.
according to all the department stores, it looks like Christmas has been here for the past couple weeks.
Yeah, Christmas is over. It's
I mean, Halloween.
Yeah. All right, so that's what we're prototyping. Again, shout out to Carter Nielsen. Code isn't available yet, and I believe John Park is going to be working on this as well.
Yes, definitely tune into John Park's workshop so you can see even more projects with the gizmo.
Yeah, and because it's Bluetooth, you can control it wirelessly. We're working on a demo that lets you use the image transfer, so you can transfer images via Bluetooth through your phone. It's going to be really nice. So there you go. There's our other prototype thing.
And if you want to jump in and already start working on projects for the TFT Gizmo, you have the all of the CAD files available.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're working harder to get these in the download section. So if you ever want to take a look at the Eagle CAD file, the source, or even the fritzing object, I am now starting to add all the 3D models of our products. So there you go.
Again, you can download these in any format.
Yes.
For any of the CAD projects.
Exactly.
Or programs.
Yeah, I have my own little GitHub that you guys can check out. It's linked there. And here's the schematic if you want to see how everything's laid out. Sweet.
Had some other shop talk stuff.
Gizmo, is it in stock? Let's see here. Out of stock. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, it's out
I'll
of
be surprised if it was.
Me too. But the Bluefruit is in stock?
Is it?
It's out of stock.
Yeah, we just had some. They are all gone.
Sorry, they're all gone.
Gonna jump on that quick. Definitely always sign up to that notification. So you get that email when they come back in stock.
Sweet.
Had a couple other shop talks, but I don't think we're gonna get to it.
That was all I had. We're gonna do community makes
Checking
now,
out some
right?
more printers and stuff, but we'll talk about that.
Oh, I didn't
more
get a
next
chance
week.
to
I
get
know,
your,
I didn't get a chance to
Don't worry
edit it
about
either.
yeah.
Definitely follow us on all the socials if you want to see the behind the scenes stuff that we're prototyping, testing out.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this week's community makes.
Okay, we got a time lapse.
Since it is still Halloween, or not Halloween yet, but we're still in season, we say it is.
Yeah, so this is a mask, a remixed mask that's wearable. It has horns, and you 3D printed in some glow-in-the-dark PLA with 0 infill, so that it prints a little bit faster. So that's the printer. I mean, that's the thing.
Nice little remix by, was it Paul Long?
Paul Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me pull that up here. Oh yeah, you're wearing it.
Yeah.
It goes in jock.
Yeah, so what he did was, it's remixed with a couple of other masks. He actually elongated it so it could fit like a wider face. It definitely fits my face better. If it was, can't believe it, if it was narrower, like if he didn't remix, it would not fit my face.
Right.
And he added some horns, and then yeah, we added some nice little elastic. Oh, hands on there.
Yeah. Yeah. So Pedro added the thicker elastic band. I added a rubber band.
Using the Color Fab Glow Fill, which we do have in stock.
Okay.
We have several different types of glow-in-the-dark filament. We have the PLA PHA Glow Fill from Color Fab. We also have the Ninja Flex in 85A and 95A. So we have the Cheetah version as well. Definitely would recommend printing it in the flexible materials, just so it'll be a little bit more, softer on your face if you're gonna be wearing it all night.
Sure. I forget what I was gonna say.
Something funny? I like how it fits
You were
my glasses
supposed to
over.
use support material. You said no. Print it over those ports.
Oh yeah, it was just
And
a
just
test to
cleaned
see
it
the
up.
overhangs for the CR10 V2. But yeah, I like how I can sort of fit my glasses over that.
I don't have any glasses. Put my hat over it.
Definitely recommend printing it in white or glow in the dark, so you can get
Let's
that
pull up
nice
that
teeth
Thingiverse
going on
page.
there.
So this is like a remix where I believe Paul took the mask and then shoehorned it with the horn and shared the file. So I think he used Tinkercad to put it together, which is a great.
I always got to remember to mention
software.
that Tinkercad.
Tinkercad's great.
It's freaking amazing for quickly importing an STL and doing some edits to your mesh there.
Excellent.
Super fast.
Yeah. And the original designers are here as well, listed.
Definitely check those out if you want to like make the horns bigger or something like that, or even adjust the mask to better fit over your face. Oh, I can't get over how cool that looks.
My teeth are black. I need to brush them.
We're using the elastic that was included with the Adabox 13.
Okay.
So we'll probably stock these soon, the elastic. But like you were saying, you can just use one of those large rubber bands to attach it. It's pretty cool last minute Halloween project. You can 3D print at home.
Yes.
There was no scaling done to this, and I think just a brim is the only thing I added to hold that guy on the build plate.
It's funny. It only prints in the air a little bit. It'll catch itself if you have a really nice active cooling fan.
Yeah, if you jump over to the overhead, you can see what those overhangs actually look like. There's like just a couple of little layers that I had to trim off. You can kind of still see the other ones there. But other than that, it should print pretty good if you have a nice active cooling. Oh yeah, good point. Yanni is saying that you could just use the Ninja Flex filament as the elastic if you printed a Ninja Flex. So yeah, definitely should have tested that out too.
That's a good idea. You can have it all color you want.
Yep.
Sweet.
So
So yeah,
check it
fix your
out.
face.
And check out the shop too if you need some glow-in-the-dark filament. Really cool.
Sweet. Excellent.
Excellent job.
Okay, one last bit of shop talk I'd like to share with y'all is that we are now on prusaprinters.org. So prusaprinters.org has a really nice way to import all of your Thingiverse designs into Prusa, which is great. It's a great site. Check it out. We have most of our projects up there, so the folks can have more accessibility to it. A little bit of things with Thingiverse. Sometimes the images don't load. I really like Prusa's website. And they have a contest going on right now. You can win an original Prusa i3MK3S kit if you can enter the Halloween costume. Or if you just want some inspiration, let's click on Explore Prints. And these are all the prints that are... Actually, no, they're not. Let me go back. Go to Halloween contest. And then these are all the... Oh, these are some new ones. These are all the great projects that folks are uploading. Yeah. So good luck to everybody who is posting their stuff. There's a lot of great stuff in there. Look at that Screaming Pumpkin by Bugman. It's awesome. The Wednesday Addams bust. That looks really great, too. Yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff here. So check it out. If you have a thing that you'd like to share that's Halloween related, definitely submit it in. Look at this candy corn dish. John would like that. We have a running joke, internal joke with candy corn. Very cool. And it goes on for miles, which is great. So check it out. Oh, look at that. That's a nice remix.
Hey.
Frankenstein with LED eyes. Excellent. And there you go. That's if you are a Thingiverser, definitely consider switching to Prusa printers.
Yeah, I mean, it's still got a couple missing things, like the
let them know.
Showing like remixes of objects.
I don't know if they have that. Maybe they do.
Like how many people made it. So
let me see.
I'm sure they'll.
Yeah, you can have remixes.
Oh, look at that! Sweet.
Well, how do you know if you don't look? Collections, comments, files, everything's there. So there you go. Excellent.
Very cool. Definitely check it out.
Yep.
Sign up.
Excellent. I think that's going to be
Give us a follow. We'll be uploading all of our projects there as well.
Has anybody followed my profile? I got 6 people out there. Thank you for following us on there. I wasn't sure.
Yay.
Sweet. And the donate thing it just goes to Adafruit.com. Donate by purchasing something at Adafruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of 3D Hangouts. Thank you all for joining.
Yep. And
later tonight.
Yeah, later tonight we have Show and Tell. This is a nice place for folks from the community share their projects with Lamar and Phil and the community as a whole. So you can go to the Discord server and listen in for the invite link when we publish it. So that's tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then shortly after that, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we got Lamar and Phil, Ask an Engineer. There might be a special guest. Either it's this week or next week. I'm not sure which week it is.
Is it this week?
It's probably next week. So tune in. We'll have more open source hardware. We'll have Circuit Python, or just Python on hardware, and new products as well.
You definitely want to tune in for that and the secret stuff that's being worked on.
Secret stuff all the time. And then tomorrow is John Park's workshop. Every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Check it out. Get some Make Code minutes, some live building stuff, and more great stuff.
Yes, always awesome.
Okay, I think that's it, folks.
I think the last thing is you've been watching 3D Hangouts.
We do the show every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, coupon code is PRISM. So if you want to pick up anything in the Adafruit shop, you can use coupon code PRISM.
Yep, lasts until 11:59 p.m. tonight. Works on everything except gift certificates and subscriptions.
That's
Don't forget to follow us on all the socials so you can see all the behind the scenes going on every week.
Excellent. Well, there you have it, folks. Have a, I don't know.
We're going to make a great day.
Yeah, there you go.
See you tonight, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.